Beginning July 15th, airlines must provide up to $2,400 for bumping passengers. They must also pony up for lost or damaged bags up to $2,100. Runway delays are also covered. Carriers must provide food and water when planes are stuck on the tarmac, and after 3 hours, they must return to the gate. A second phase of the rules come into effect December 15th. Airlines will then have to pay for some delays or cancellations, those payments hitting $1,000 for delays lasting more than 9 hours. So lots of rules, but will things improve? Ali Chiasson takes a closer look.
And I find a lot of times when things happen with the airlines is they don't care.
The new air passenger protection regulations will see airlines pay when they fail to provide adequate services.
That ticket is a contract with obligations for both the airline and the traveler.
The issue was brought to the forefront when passengers on board this Air Transat flight called 911 after being stuck on the tarmac in Ottawa for hours. They had no air conditioning and few provisions. Under the new rules,
If takeoff is not imminent within 3 hours, passengers must be allowed to disembark.
the regulations also call for better communication with passengers regarding flight status. Instead of looking it up online or on airport screens, the rules suggest emails or notifications to your phone.
If your flight is delayed, depending on the amount of time, you could be eligible to get $125 back, up to $1,000, but that's only if it's delayed for reasons that are within the airline's control.
For instance, the mechanical loophole. The airline can say, oh, we have a mechanical problem, so you're not entitled to compensation.
While the feds today were confident these new rules are a win for travelers,
We think we have it right.
passenger advocates and experts agree.
These new rules are far from perfect.
Some worry airlines can take advantage of loopholes.
That's exactly what we've pressed for, is that the CTA needs to have an audit function. They've said they'll be installing one. We'll see how it goes. What we're going to be doing for the future is watching exactly to see how well does the government enforce this, but also how well do the airlines respect the spirit and the letter of these new rules.
It's always a matter of interpretation, so it will be up to passengers to, if you will, help hold the airlines accountable.
Passengers will be able to challenge an airline's reasoning with the Canadian Transportation Agency. To some, that extra step will be worth it.
Having that compensation is very important, and I think that's a really great thing that the government's doing for sure.
I'm a pretty optimistic person, so I hope it does make a change.
The government wants to avoid another scene like this one. Unhappy passengers and headlines for days. Ali Chiasson, CBC News, Mississauga, Ontario.
And airlines do have a big incentive to abide by these new regulations. They'll be subject to penalties of up to $25,000 per incident.